So I'm going to go ahead and put the Teflon on the two ends of this valve, or the three ends, and go ahead and put the coupler on. It comes with a small roll with it. And when you put this on, you want to put it on so that as you're threading it, it doesn't go against itself and try to take itself off. So you want to put it on the same way as if you were actually tightening up the other end that you're screwing onto it. You want to try to keep it flat. You don't want to get any you don't want it to pull so tight that it's smashing itself together. You want to try to keep it as flat as you can. So I'm going to need to do all three ends of this, and then I'm going to need to do the threaded end on the pump. And you only need to go around a couple times. Okay, so that's all Tefloned up real nice. Okay, you'll notice this arrow that's on here too. And this arrow needs to be the arrow on the brass valve points directly away from the pump. So if the arrow points away from the pump, that means the pump is behind the arrow, and that is where you screw the coupler on. Now it says to go hand tight and then make one more spin. You don't want to screw it down too tight because you're going to crack this plastic. This being brass is a good thing, but the bad piece of it is all your plastic fittings are going to crack or bust long before this brass piece will. So when you're in this position, this would be your summertime position. So the water will bypass directly through the valve this way. And when you winterize it, you turn it that way, and then the flow is going to go this way, or excuse me, this way. It's going to come through here and through your pump, because your pump's going to be here. And then this way, it's going to cut off this top piece, which will be this hose, and it'll pull from the tank. So I want my tank fitting to screw in here, coming out of the tank. But I want to screw this onto the pump first. angle here. Okay. Okay, here's your strainer right here. Okay. Strainer here, and then right here is where the line attaches, coming up out of the tank. Okay, I'm going to unscrew this. And these are just hand tight. I mean, it's taking nothing to unscrew this at all. You don't want to put them on super tight. A little bit of water in there, it's going to drain out. And then pull this back on the other side of these two, so I don't want it all kinked up. And get my Teflon tape. Okay. So this straight end here is the one that I want going to the tank. This is the one that I want going to the empty hose that we'll put into the antifreeze container. But it doesn't matter. It's just going to be easier for me to remember that in the straight position, it's a summertime position. Then in that position against the main line is for winter position. So we'll screw this onto the pump. Fortunately, I've got a good amount of room in here to do this. Some of these are so tight you can't really get in there to get a good grasp on turning them, and you don't want them all kinked up. And I'll screw the line coming out of my holding tank. That's hand tight there. That should be fine. Now I'll get my hose. I'll screw my hose on. This might take a little bit of doing. You'll be really careful that you don't cross thread this. So that's pretty much it for the kit that you're going to need to not have to put antifreeze into your holding tank and then winterize your lines with antifreeze by sucking it out of that tank.